And welcome back to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University for today's second game of our doubleheader between the Grambling State University men's basketball team and Texas Southern University. Let's take a look here at the starting lineups for both teams. First of all, for Texas Southern University, of course, this team comes in wanting to get back to the tournament. They will start number 1, Galen Anderson, a 6'6 senior from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Jordan Carl Nicholas, 6'9 junior from Pearland, Texas. Jordan Gilliam, 6'5 redshirt junior from Houston, Texas. He's a transfer from UC Riverside. Michael Weathers, a 6'3 senior from Roland Park, Kansas. Transfer from Oklahoma State. His name is familiar. And then, of course, John Walker III, the transfer from Texas A&M, a 6'9 redshirt junior. So starters for the Texas Southern University Tigers and now for Grambling State University, led by head coach Dante Jackson. They'll start Zahan Mumford, who gets the start tonight, 6'3 sophomore from Dallas, Texas. They'll also start Tremichael Moten, a 6'1 sophomore from Shreveport, Louisiana. Number 12, Cam Christian, a 6'6 redshirt junior from Allen, Texas. They'll start Terrion Randolph, a 6'8 senior from Dallas, Texas. And finally, Sarian McGee. We had a really good game against Southern University this past weekend. 6'7" redshirt senior from Bessemer, Alabama. So those are your starters for Grambling and for Texas Southern. Now, as we get ready to start things off here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Of course, the women's basketball game just concluding. And the women's team won by the score of 65-46. And we get things started off here with Texas Southern having the basketball. Head coach for Texas Southern University, of course, is Johnny Jones. Of course, he was a former head coach at LSU. First shot taken by Texas Southern is no good. T-Mike getting the basketball. He had a big game against Southern University as well. Nationally televised game. Big weekend for Southern and Alcorn, and Cam Christian gets 3. Shot up and no good. Foul coming up against Grambling. 2-shot foul. It's going to go against Cam Christian. First free throw is up and good. And one more shot at the line. And 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. And we got a stoppage of play here. Shot clock issue. And of course, I get blamed for everything. I hear my good friend and brother over there, Larry Chatterbox Hale, blaming me for the shot clock problems. It's always how it's been like that for 20 years that I've known him. 3-2 our score as they continue to have the shot clock issues. All right, they now got it at 27. Good defense set up there by Texas Southern. Hod Mumford to Sarian McGee. To T-Mike. Nice bounce pass inside to McGee. 9 left on the shot clock. McGee takes baseline. Now to Cam Christian. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Missed shot, and coming down with it is Nicholas, junior from Pearland, Texas. He transferred from Stephen F. Austin. Shot up good. And that is John Walker the third. First field goal of the ball game for this team. 4-3 our score. Grambling comes down and misses, and Texas Southern with the rebound. This shot. And Terrion Randolph with the rebound. Gets to T-Mike. Zahad Mumford. Gets the bucket. Tough bucket for Zahad Mumford. Shot up no good by Walker, and Zahad Mumford with the rebound. And a foul coming up against Texas Southern. 17:31 remaining here in this first half of play. And that foul is going to go against Withers. His first personal. 2-shot foul coming up for Grambling. And T-Mike will go to the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. One more free throw at the line. Two or two. Foul coming up. John Walker the third gets the foul. Cameron Christian will go to the free throw line.
Another replay after the first shot.
One of the things Cam Christian said that he really wanted to do is improve on his free throws, and he did right there. And here is the look again on that foul. One more free throw attempt for Cam Christian, and he gets it. Good cross-court passing. Good shot up. Whoa, man. The ball came off the rim, up and good by Nicholas, the 6'9" junior from Pearland, Texas. He's got 4 points now. It's 9-6. Shot up, no good. And T-Mike shaking up a little bit. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Zahad Mumford with the rebound. T-Mike shaking up a little bit. Bill Cunningham getting ready to come in for him. He hit the ground hard. Out of bounds off of Texas Southern, back to Grambling. And T-Mike will come over and get a look from the trainers real quick. Well, lots of talking going on with communication with both of these teams. Here's Cam Christian, finger roll. 7 points now for Cam Christian. 11-6 our score. Texas Southern trying to move, and it's nice job by Zahad Mumford getting in the passing lane. Oh, what a dunk there by Terrion Randolph. Terrion Randolph answering with a dunk. A lot of high energy here in this basketball game between Grambling and Texas Southern. Rebound here. That's going to be an offensive foul. Going to be charged to Nicholas, and that'll be his first personal. Nicholas right there putting the shoulder down, and that's why he got the offensive foul. We have a timeout on the floor. Grambling on top 13-6. This one's going to be exciting. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers on top 13-6 here, as this is going to be an exciting game. Couple of dunks already in the contest. And, of course, not only that, but these two teams are just ready to go at it. I mean, there's a long history to these teams. And if I can go back to when Robert Moreland was the head coach at Texas Southern, Kenny Sykes was the standout player for Grambling, and Kevin Granger, who is now the VP for athletics, was for Texas Southern, and there's a couple points right there. Cam Christian now with 9 points in the ball game. I'll tell you what, Cam is one of those players, when he gets hot, he is hot. Inside pass to Walker. Shot up, but a foul coming up on Grambling. That's Zahad Mumford with his first. A couple of shots here for John Walker. First free throw is up and no good. And he'll get one more. Rayon Cobb coming into the ball game. Second free throw is up and good. Cam, nice pass to Terrion Randolph. Cam taking a long three, no good. Boy, that was a long one. Up shot, no good. Travell Cunningham with the rebound. Goes back to Texas Southern. And coming into the Grambling lineup, Prince Moss. 3-pointer on the way. Good. Woo. Yahuza Rosas, the junior from St. Louis. It's a 3-pointer, 15-10 now the score. It's going to go off of Texas Southern back to Grambling. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Grambling with the basketball. That's going to be a foul coming up on Texas Southern. John Walker the third, second personal. Let's take a look at what these two teams have done so far. Texas Southern University coming into today's game is 6-7 overall, 3-2 in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. First free throw is up and good. The first free throw was good as well. Grambling is in third place right now. They are 9-8 overall. And the most important number, 7-3 in conference play. And they have won 4 in a row. Both of these two teams are on 4-game winning streaks. .24 left on the shot clock. 17-10 our score. And by the way, all games will be on the tournament site. There will be no home games for the winning, as far as if you're in the top 4. All the games will be at the tournament site. Three-pointer on the way, good. That's Withers. And if they keep letting Withers shoot like that, there will be no sunshine for the Grambling Tigers. Cam gets to the Prince Moss. Cam gets it. Nice finger roll for Cam. He's in the double figures already. 11 points for Cam Christian. Nice defense. And Travell Cunningham with the basketball. Out to Prince Moss. Prince Moss nearly got a finger roll. Couldn't get it to go in. Terrion Randolph was right there. He couldn't get it to go in. They definitely don't want him out there shooting. Shot up and good inside for Rassus, rather. He has 5 points. 19-15. Texas Southern, a little bit of a comeback here. 11:52 remaining here in this first half of play. Turnover by Grambling. Rassus with the basketball. Great defense by Grambling. Three-pointer by Withers. On the other side of three, good, and that is Gilliam. And 19-18 now the score. Texas Southern has rattled off some points here. Prince Moss for three, no good. And a rebound by Rassus. Three-pointer again, no good. And here comes Travell Cunningham. That's a foul coming up in the open floor. And that's going to go against Alexander. That's his first personal. We'll take this timeout. Grambling on top 19-18. 10:53 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Let's tell you about basketball coming up for Grambling State. First of all, on the 20th, both the men's and women's basketball teams will be at Jackson State University at the Williams Assembly Center. But on February the 22nd, the women's basketball team will have a makeup game with Jackson. That will be a 6 p.m. contest here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. Of course, they're both on the road with Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Valley coming up on the 27th and the 1st, and the final 2 home games with Alabama State and Alabama A&M. Soccer schedule, 4 straight home games to start for the soccer team. 19th against Texas Southern, 21st they host ULM, 26th and the 28th Prairie View and Texas Southern. First road game is against Alabama A&M on March the 5th. And of course, if you want more information on any of the sports teams at Grambling and their schedules, go to gsgtigers.com. There you'll find information about what's going on with the teams and how you can get your tickets for the Bayou Classic in Shreveport and the State Fair Classic in Dallas coming up on February the 27th at the Cotton Bowl. Oh, right there you see a picture of John James, who's just now checking into the ball game for the Texas Southern University Tigers. Kelton Edwards checking in for Grambling for the first time. T. Mike comes back in the ball game. And he replaces Travell Cunningham. Grambling with the basketball, 19-18, 10:52 or 10:53 remaining in the first half of play. Prince Moss taking a shot, the jumper up, no good. Rebound by Sarian McGee, loses the ball. And getting the rebound is Cobb. And they restart the offense. Good discipline by the Grambling Tigers. Cobb is 6'9" junior. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Texas Southern. Cross-court pass, three-pointer by new guy in the game, and that's going to be John. Three-pointer back on the way, no good. And right there with the cleanup is going to be Hopkins. John Jones, transfer in from Nevada. Kelton Edwards for three, no good. Hard off the iron. And it'll be Texas Southern with a foul coming up. That's going to be on Grambling. Sarian McGee. First personal. Texas Southern with the coming in the ball game, Terrion Randolph. Oh, he stepped on the line there. Jones stepped on the line, and it goes back to Grambling. This Texas Southern team has a ton of transfers on it. UMass, Samford, Oklahoma State, Georgetown. Turnover. Kick ball violation. Goes back to Texas Southern. And now Zahad Mumford comes in. That's going to be a travel. Well, John Jones didn't like that call, but it was definitely a travel. Good pass on the inside. Sarian McGee goes in against the bucket. Nice job by Sarian McGee. First bucket of the ball game with him. And he did a nice job with the fake with a reverse layup. And Hopkins gets the bucket on the other side. And for Hopkins, that is his second bucket. 4 points in the game for him. T. Mike with the ball inside to McGee. McGee will take the little jumper. Good. But his game has been just phenomenal over this past few weeks. Nice tip. Grambling comes away with it. Terrion Randolph will slow things down and get it off to T. Mike. Grambling turns it over. Shot up, no good. Goes back to Texas Southern. Well, in that ball game against Southern University, Sarian McGee had 21 points, and there you see John Jones. And then, of course, throwing the ball off was Zahad Mumford. Grambling won that game in dramatic fashion, 72-69. Southern mounted a huge comeback. Grambling, as a matter of fact, went into that game and started out 19-0 in that ball game, and Southern University just chipped away at it. T-Mike had 22 points in that game. He was 8 for 11. Sarian McGee with 21 and Cam Christian with 10. Three-pointer. This time it is Alexander. (24-23). Grambling now trailing by a point after that three-pointer by Texas Southern. T-Mike with the bucket. 25-25 the score. 7:15 remaining here in this first half of play. They must have corrected the score because Grambling was down one. And another three-pointer on the way. Good. This time by Alexander again. Second one. 28-25 the score. That was just good ball movement, rotation, nobody out on the shooter, and he just had nothing but net. There's T-Mike with the basketball. Cross-court pass to Zahad Mumford. Nice fake step up for the shot. No good. And the ball goes back to Texas Southern. 6:28 remaining here in this first half of play. 28-25 is our score. Grambling trailing by 3 points here. And the Grambling Tigers, I'll tell you what, they got to start getting back on that offensive side. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by attorney and counselor at law Ivan J. Diggs. Outstanding legal solutions and extraordinary client service. You can give his office a call today at 318-254-0400. And, of course, Origin Bank, proud partners of Grambling State University Athletics and Grambling State University, helping students and, of course, the community's dreams become a reality. Whataburger, a Texas favorite now here in Louisiana. You can get your different combos at Whataburger, located in Ruston on the Service Road. And Coca-Cola, longtime partners and friends of Grambling State University Athletics. And Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Make sure that you go online and find out how you can get your mortgage done online through Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. 28-25 our score. Now again, last time we looked at this, it was 24-23. Grambling scored, which would have been 25-24. So there must have been some kind of a correction in the scoring because now Grambling is down 3 instead of 2. Grambling now, of course, will try and do something here and stop Texas Southern. First thing they got to do is stop Anderson. Alexander, he's got 2 3-pointers. He's from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, transfer from Georgetown University. And he'll bring the ball across the half-court line. Ball is on the rim. It was stuck there. T-Mike with the ball. Gets it off the floor. And a steal. This time it's Weathers. And Weathers gets the dunk. And Weathers bringing the storm here to Grambling. 30-25 now the score. 5:42 remaining here in this first half of play. McGee goes in, can't get the bucket. Let's see who that foul is going to be charged to. It's going to be charge number 15, Justin Hopkins. And for Hopkins, that's his first personal. Sarian McGee now at the line. First free throw is up and good. Getting ready to come into the ball game now is Rayhan Cobb. Free throw is good. Cobb in the game. .533 left in the ball in the first half. 25 to shoot on the shot clock. Sarian McGee, one of the best free throw shooters on the team. Those last 2 free throws that he hit, he comes into the game 80.6% from the charity stripe. Grambling doing all they can at the bucket to try to deny the shot. They get the rebound. T. Mike with the basketball. Terrion Randolph tried to set up the pick. And that one was blocked. That's going to be a blocking foul charge to Cam. That'll be his second personal. I don't know if I agree with that call. Looked like that Cam had position on that one. Tough call against Cam right there, 30-27 to score. Cam comes out of the ball game, and Kelton Edwards comes in the ball game. Three-pointer on the way, good. It's Justin Hopkins. And Texas Southern starting to light up the three-pointers. Grambling was once up, now they're down 6. 4:40 remaining in the first half of play. T. Mike goes in. It's going to be a goaltend, though. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a goaltend against Texas Southern. Yeah, that one's on the way down. So T. Mike gets credit for the bucket. 6 points for him now. Grambling showing that full court pressure. Three-pointer again, up this time, no good. Gilliam with the bucket. He now has 5 points in the ball game. 35-29, Grambling trailing by 6. 4 minutes now remaining in this first half of play. Cobb with a bucket. It's no good. Oh, and off the hands of Alexander, goes out of bounds. 3:52 remaining in the first half of play. We have a media timeout on the floor. We'll take this timeout as well. Grambling trailing 35-29. We'll be right back.
Then absolutely. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
And you see the cheerleaders of Grambling State University entertaining the crowd here, as Grambling right now is trailing Texas Southern 35-29. 3:52 remaining here in this first half of play. Travell Cunningham now with the basketball. 3:45 left to go in this first half. And Texas Southern has started to light up the three-point line. Cunningham now will go in the paint. He goes in and gets a shot blocked. And Texas Southern will get the ball back. He gets it out to Alexander. Now to Gillum. Oh, nearly lost the ball. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Nice job by Prince Ball, blocking the ball. Prince Moss, three-pointer, goal! Three-pointer is good by Prince Moss. Give the assist to Travell Cunningham. And Prince Moss goes to the line for a 4-point play. And boy, they needed it. (35-32) is the score. Misses the free throw. Inside, and the bucket is good by Nicholas. He has 6 points now. 37-32, Grambling trailing. Randolph gets it to the bucket. Randolph, 4 points now. Now they got to stop things on defense. 37-34, under 2 minutes now remaining in the first half. Three-pointer good. Jordan Gillum with his second three-pointer of the game. They got to do something about that perimeter shooting. Texas Southern is out. 40-34 is the score. 15 on the shot clock. Oh, no foul call there. Shot up good. Gillum gets the bucket. And timeout Grambling. (42-34), back up to an 8-point lead now for Texas Southern. Minute 29 remaining in this first half of play. Well, just a reminder here that the Grambling State University Tiger football team will be in action February the 27th when they open up against Prairie View A&M University in Dallas. And then March 6th, they will be at home to take on Jackson State University. That is a noon kickoff at A.G. Robinson Stadium. Soccer team opens up with 4 consecutive home games, starting with North Texas next Friday. And the baseball team will play in the Andre Dawson Classic coming up next weekend in New Orleans at Wesley Barrow Stadium. Of course, that's the site of many SWAC tournament games. That's for Bill Cunningham getting away from the pressure. Now they're carrying on Randolph. That's going to be an offensive foul. He dipped his shoulder. And yep, you can see right there when he dipped his shoulder, that was going to be an offensive foul. T. Mike coming back into the ball game for Grambling. 1:11 remaining here in the first half of play. Coach Dante Jackson encouraging his guys. They find themselves down 8. Both these teams have won 4 in a row. Grambling is 7-3 overall, or 7-3 in conference play, 9-8 overall. Texas Southern 3-2 in conference play, 6-7 overall. Texas Southern's played in half as many games in the conference as Grambling. No call there. Of course, that bucket is by Nicholas. We've called his name a couple of times. 8 points. Under a minute now left in the first half. And an offensive foul. That's going to go against Grambling. Kelton Edwards on the foul. And you can see here, yep, that's definitely going to be a foul. They're going to call that every time. And Texas Southern with the ball, 33 seconds on the game clock, 26 seconds on the shot clock. 17 seconds left in the first half. And Grambling gets it. Here's Prince Moss. And he'll slow things down a little bit. Gets it to T-Mike. T-Mike gets the ball taken from him. And there'll be a foul called on T-Mike. First personal for T-Mike. You saw a picture of Johnny Jones there, former LSU head coach, coming over to Texas Southern University. Justin Hopkins will shoot a pair. Free throw coming up here. One more free throw attempt here for Hopkins. Free throw good. 30-second timeout charge to Jackson State. And now it's a 12-point lead for Texas Southern with 2.8 seconds remaining in this first half of play. And I think Johnny Jones just wants to set something up to make sure that the guys know he does not want an easy bunny for Grambling. You want to make them to come full court, so they may be changing their defensive pressure full court in order to make sure that Grambling has a tougher opportunity in order to get a shot off before halftime. (46-34) our score. Grambling is trailing. They were up at one point, and now they trail. And they're doing some great communication with Texas Southern. Three-pointer on the way, no good. 46-34, Grambling is trailing. We will take a timeout. Halftime activities here at the stadium. We'll be back for the second half as Grambling goes into the locker room, trailing by 12. Both teams a 4-game winning streak on the line. Can Grambling make a comeback? We'll find out. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center here on the campus of ye old Grambling State University, where the Tigers find themselves down a dozen with just a little over a minute left here before the end of halftime. And hey, having some fun with our good friend Larry Chatterbox here, a longtime broadcaster for Texas Southern University. I've known him for a couple of Sundays and some Tuesdays, a little over 20 years. And one of the things that we talked about is people were listening to his broadcast the other night, and when Grambling went to play Texas Southern, and he said, well, you have got a few of those Spalding sandwiches. And I know in the women's game, Jasmine Forte was handing them out. And let's see if the Grambling Tigers can hand some out a little bit during this game. There you see Johnny Jones, head coach at Texas Southern University. After being a longtime coach at LSU, moved on. And the Grambling Tigers getting their final instructions from head coach Dante Jackson, native of Wisconsin. And one of the things I had brought up to one of the writers here is that, interestingly enough, when was the last time you saw the head coach from Grambling and Louisiana Tech, both from the state of Wisconsin? Played their high school basketball in Wisconsin, and then, of course, moved on into coaching. But interesting storyline, and I know we'll be exploring that a little bit with one of the local beat writers here in the next few weeks. Of course, Dante Jackson from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Of course, he's brought a few of the players from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and been able to recruit them here to Grambling State University. When you look at Milwaukee and Madison, one of those untapped areas, and quite a few more players coming down to the south to play basketball. Well, Grambling going to try to cut into this deficit now, down a dozen, as we start the second half. T-Mike gets it out to Travell Cunningham. A foul coming up on Texas Southern. Mike Weathers with his second personal. Grambling has the ball. T-Mike gets that ball blocked. Off from Texas Southern back to Grambling. Nice play by Terry on Randolph. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. T-Mike takes the baseline. Shot goes up and is blocked. Gets the ball back. It goes in and out, no good. Ball tipped, and Grambling gets it back. Well, in and out for Prince Moss. Around the world. Shot up, no good. Cam Christian with the rebound. No foul call there. Okay, Christian had 11 in the first half. Shot up, no good. Cunningham with the rebound for Grambling. That's a foul coming up on Texas Southern. Mike Weathers picks up his third personal. That's a big one. Hopkins will now come into the game for Weathers. Alexander on the inbound for Texas Southern. Prince Moss goes in. Nice job by Prince Moss. I believe for Prince Moss, his first bucket of the evening. That's a foul coming up on Cam Christian. Actually, Prince Moss has 5 points in the game. He had a three-pointer earlier in the contest, missed on the 4-point play. Nicholas at the line, 6'9" junior from Pearland, Texas. First one is good. And they wanted a flagrant call. And I can see why. He pulled on the arm, but it's still going to be caught a common hard foul. Second free throw is up and good. (48-36), still a 12-point lead here for Grambling. Terrion Randolph goes in and gets the bucket. Nicholas gets the foul. That's his second. Terrion Randolph going to the line. Free throw is up and good. You can see nice recovery, going up, handling the ball. Great job by Terrion Randolph. A near turnover. Three-pointer. That's going to be a foul coming up against Grambling. That's going to go against Cam, his fourth. Wow, 4 fouls on Cam Christian. 17:06 remaining in the game. And that's big. First free throw by Nicholas is good. Cam Christian will come out. Kelton Edwards will come in. That's a big foul. Second free throw is no good. Now down 10, 49-39. 16:59 remaining in the game. And they're going to have to do a lot of the work without Cam Christian, who's got 4 on the bench. Leading scorer for Grambling. Texas Southern leaving a lot of room for Travell Cunningham. Shot is up, no good. Ball is on the floor and finally recovered by Texas Southern. Near travel by Texas Southern. Travel. But Nicholas, he was looking and he picked that pivot foot up. 49-39 the score. Grambling is trailing, and the shot is up, no good, but a foul coming up against Texas Southern. That's going to be on Hopkins, his second. Travell Cunningham, shot up and good. Second free throw good. And for Travell Cunningham, his first 2 points of the ball game. Peyton Taylor now coming in the ball game, his first action tonight. Great job by Texas Southern to keep it in the middle of the floor. And we got a clock problem. $16-10 remaining in the ball game. 49-41 Grambling trailing. Going to be a foul on Grambling. Prince Moss gets his first personal. Texas Southern with the basketball. Good defense by Grambling. Terrion Randolph comes on with it. Prince Moss gets it blocked. It's going to be a foul on Texas Southern. And that foul is going to be on number 11, Jordan Gilliam. Media timeout on the floor with the score. Grambling trailing 49-41. They've cut into the lead a little bit. Coach Johnny Jones protesting that wasn't even his call. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. Trailing 49-41, 15:37 remaining left in the game. And we got a couple of free throws coming up after a foul was on the floor. Coach Johnny Jones was upset and protesting a little bit because he felt like the official that actually called the foul was not his call, and the foul actually happened in another area. And I can tell you this just from experience, all of the officials are looking at different things, and they have different areas of the floor that they're responsible for. But even though that's the case, if you do see something somewhere else that may have been missed, you can't call it. But what they're saying is that wasn't his call to make. First free throw up and good by Prince Moss. He's got one more free throw. And it's good. And missed dunk. And one of the players from Texas Southern nearly hurt himself. T. Mike got that out of there. T. Mike now to basketball. 49-43. Grambling is cut into this lead, or to this deficit. Prince Moss with a shot. Good. Good patience by Prince Moss to find the open shot. (49-45) now down to 4. Good block over there by Terrion Randolph, and he gets the rebound. And Coach Johnny Jones not happy with the officiating on the other side of the floor. Wanted a foul call. Turnover. Now Terrion Randolph comes away with it. Now it's on the floor. Randolph gets it out to Prince Moss. 15 on the shot clock. Moss takes the shot. It's no good, and rebound by Texas Southern. Well, great effort, but Grambling needed a bucket there to cut it to 2. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Terrion Randolph. That'll be his second. 14:05 remaining in the game. Walker hits the first one. Walker struggled at the line tonight. He misses the second one. 1 of 4 tonight for Walker. Peyton Taylor getting it to Travell Cunningham. Now to Kelton Edwards. Edwards going for the shot. Good. Nice bucket by Edwards. What a bucket. Edwards had a heck of a bucket. Had to lean, twist. Oh, they're going to call it on Syrian Randolph. You got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. He was straight up in the air. Unbelievable. Hopkins goes to the free throw line. (50-47). Syrian Randolph will get his second personal. (51-50) now, or 51-47. One more shot by Hopkins. Hits both of them. They had to get the shot clock reset. Grambling with the basketball. Travell Cunningham moving with it. They're going to call a foul now on Texas Southern. And that'll be charged to Nicholas. Third personal. Grambling basketball now. Kelton Edwards threw the ball away. We're going to look at that last foul that they called on Sarian McGee, because I thought his hands were straight up in the air. Well, this foul is on the Grambling side, and Sarian McGee actually was run over. That's going to be That's going to be good. Count the bucket by Alexander. It's going to be on Prince Moss. A lot of fouls called in this game. Alexander will try to complete the three-point play the hard way. And he gets it. 12:50 remaining in the ball game. Payton with the three, no good. Ball tipped and recovered by Texas Southern. Gillum with the ball. And getting the bucket inside, that's going to be Rassis. He should have 7 points now. No fouls. 57-47, back up to 10 points. Momentum swung just like that. Grambling was down 4, had a chance to take it to 2. Now back down 10. They wanted double dribbling. That's going to be out of bounds off of Grambling. Back to Texas Southern. We have immediate timeout on the floor. 57-47, Grambling trailing. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. Prince Moss going and getting a bucket there. And then, of course, Kelton Edwards with a tough shot. But Grambling finds themselves in a tough position, 57-47, down with 11:50 remaining in this ball game. Cam Christian right now is not in the game. He has 4 fouls. But right now, Grambling has no answer for Texas Southern's inside presence, and then, of course, their perimeter shooting. And on the other side, they're just trying to get a stop. Texas Southern basketball. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Zahad Munford gets the basketball. Prince Moss lost it. And that loss probably cost him some time to try to shoot. Travell Cunningham now with the ball, gets it out to T-Mike, and he's going to be fouled. And that's going to be charged. Quentin Brigham, the senior from Fort Worth. T-Mike now going to the free throw line. One more free throw. And don't forget, Grambling will take on Jackson State, the women, here at home in a makeup game February the 22nd. 6 p.m. is the start time. Nearly a steal there by Prince Moss. Prince Moss on the other side gets the dunk. Now they got to have a stop. Great job, great defense by T-Mike, getting the ball out front to Prince Moss. Three-pointer on the other side, no good. No over the back call. Out of bounds off of Texas Southern, and it goes back to Grambling. Cunningham will take the baseline to Zahad Mumford. No floater, no good. Rassus with the rebound from Texas Southern. 57-51, Grambling now within 6. They got within 4. That's a travel. Yep. Mike Weathers coming into the ballgame for Texas Southern. At halftime, Texas Southern was out rebounding Grambling 20-11. Zahad Mumford for 3, no good. Three for Texas Southern, no good. Cunningham, 3, good! He has 5 points. And right back down on the other side. Hawkins gets the bucket. He's in the double figures. T-Mike for 3. Now down to a 2-point game, 59-57. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Prince Moss. That's 3. So going to the line for Texas Southern will be Quentin Brigham, a senior from Fort Worth. First shot is up and good. Now Kelton Edwards will come back into the game. Good. Nine minutes remaining in the ball game. T-Mike thought about that 3. Takes a tough shot up and over the backboard. On the other side, it just went over the backboard. So now Texas Southern will get the ball back. Up and good. Hopkins with the bucket. Back to Grambling. Prince Moss now at the ball. 8:23 remaining. It's on the floor. John Walker, third personal for Texas Southern. Prince Moss will go to the free throw line. Shooting over 70% from the line. Free throw is up. No good. Rastus gets it blocked out there. Oh, man. That's a tough call. Well, Rastus goes to the line. Terry and Randolph, third personal. Free throw is good. Sarian Randolph. Terrion McGee comes in the game. (64-57) back up to a 7-point lead now for Texas Southern. Make that 8. .809 remaining in the game. Chris Moss now at the ball. He's driving, going up for the shot, no good. On the floor. Boy, a lot of fouls called in this game. John Walker, the third, fourth personal. And we have a media timeout on the floor. 65-57, Grambling down by 8 now. And, of course, look for the label official gear for Grambling State University. Why is this important? Because when you look for that officially collegiate license label, you know that a portion of every dollar that is spent buying that officially licensed paraphernalia goes back to help the university. So make sure that you're looking for the label, that official collegiate license label, in order to continue to help out Grambling State University. And, of course, Grambling does have a clear bag policy. What does that mean? If you can't see through it, don't bring it. Make sure you have that clear bag as you come into all the basketball, baseball, and, of course, football games. And there will be no umbrellas, no backpacks, and no large purses allowed in the stadiums or, of course, arenas. So make sure that you have your clear bag ready to go so you can enjoy the Grambling State University Tiger athletic teams this season. Well, what's clear right now is that Grambling makes a comeback and then falls back, comes back and then falls back. And what's also clear is that there are some foul discrepancies on both sides. And Coach Jackson on that particular exchange telling the official that he doesn't feel that he can get the call on the other side. Nonetheless, there are a few players that now have 3 or 4 fouls on both sides. The latest victim is John Walker, the third for Texas Southern. He just picked up his 4th foul. On the other side for Grambling, Cam Christian has 4. Sarian McGee has 3 fouls, as well as Terrion Randolph. And so now the Tigers will have to watch it. If and when Cam Christian does get back in, he's got 4, so they're going to go right after him. 7:51 remaining in the ball game. 65-57. Grambling, of course, gets ready for that 3-game swing starting next weekend. They'll have Jackson State University on the 20th, which is a week from tonight. Doubleheader over there. First free throw is up and good. And then, of course, on the 22nd, the women will have a makeup game here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Second free throw is up and good. And Grambling now down 6, 65-59. Grambling playing high right now. Ball moving pretty good for Texas Southern. They're just taking their time and being patient. But 5 on the shot clock now. Oh, they did not get it off. Did not get it off. And they'll go to the replay booth. And you see Avia Knighton, who is a Grambling State University graduate, running the replay here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. And it looked like that he had not quite let go of the ball as the shot clock started, the shot clock expired. So this is going to be a tough call to make right here. Let's go over it one more time. And it looked like there was a 0 on the clock when I looked at the other shot clock as he let that ball go. 2-1-0 right there, and I don't know if he had let that ball go yet. Look at it one more time from this angle. 2-1. There's 0, and he still had the ball, it looks like. Yep. I don't think he had let go of that ball yet. Right there. Yep. He still had control of that ball. Still hand was on the ball. So it's gonna, just from this angle at least, it looks like that he had not released the ball yet. No basket. Shot clock violation. Great camera work there by our crew. And Weathers is trying to protest, but he did not have the ball fully out of his hands before the shot clock expired. 65-59, Grambling is on top. Grambling is trailing, rather. 7:15 remaining in the ball game. Kelton Edwards with the basketball, now to Terry on Randolph. Oh, bad pass, but luckily Cunningham recovers. Three-pointer by T-Mike is no good. And here comes Texas Southern. Texas Southern now slows it down. Nearly lost the ball. And a steal. And that's going to be a foul. Alexander tried to steal the ball, but instead fouled. Third personal foul there. 65-59, Prince Moss can cut it to 2 here. First free throw is good. One more free throw. Good shooter's touch. And we've got a media timeout on the floor with 6:39 remaining in the ball game. 65-61 our score. We'll take this timeout. You're watching the Grambling Sports Television Network.
The flavor must come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center, here on the campus of Grambling State University. And the Grambling Tigers right now down 4, 65-61, 6:39 remaining in the ball game. And for these two teams, 4-game winning streak is on the line. Grambling right now 7-3 overall, 9-8 in conference, or 9-8 overall, 7-3 in conference play. Texas Southern 6-7 overall and 3-2 in conference play. Texas Southern, of course, stepped out of conference and played at Texas Rio Grande Valley. Shot up no good. Terrion Randolph with the rebound. But not after they played Texas Rio Grande Valley. Prince Moss, the three, no good. The coach from Texas Rio Grande Valley suddenly passed away. Man, I know I heard Coach Johnny Jones because I know they were friends. So we continue to have the Texas Rio Grande Valley basketball program in our prayers. Nice jump ball. Goes back to Texas Southern, but great job there by Terrion Randolph to tie it up. Had his hands straight up in the air. Rassus comes out. It's like he had a cramp. That's the travel. Cunningham gets in and gets that bucket. 5:32 remaining. Now Grambling down just 2. Closest they've been in a while. Jump ball. Possession Grambling. Great job by Terrion Randolph, as well as Kelton Edwards, it looked like down there. That hustle results in a turnover for Texas Southern. Will jump ball, and possession will go to Grambling. 65-63. Grambling is in the double bonus. 5:22 remaining in the ball game. Kelton Edwards now gets the ball over to T-Mike. Now he comes towards top of the key. He takes the paint, goes in. T-Mike ties the game. T-Mike has had one heck of a game. 13 points in this game. He had a 20-point game against Southern. And he's really stepped up his game. Alexander nearly lost the ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. No good. Ball tipped, out of bounds, goes back to Grambling. And Kelton Edwards was on the deck. Great effort here by the Grambling Tigers. And they were down at 1.12. They were up double digits and down double digits, and now they're tied the game here with 4:24. Clock is not running. Clock is not running. Tied at 65, and now they got to see what was left on the game clock. (65-65). 20 on the shot clock for Grambling. Kelton Edwards. Oh, they're going to call that all ball. Good defense by the Grambling Tigers. And Prince Moss out on the ball. That is Weathers. And a finger roll there by Gillum. That was just too easy for Texas Southern. Too easy. Double digits for Gillum. He now has 12. And now Grambling back down to 67-65. Shot up, no good, but a foul coming up against Texas Southern. 3:33 remaining in the game. That foul is going to go against Weathers. That's his fourth foul. Timeout on the floor, 67-65, and going to the line when we come back, Terrell Cunningham, who has a chance to tie this ball game up again, will take this timeout. We'll be right back.
Absolutely. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hovey Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now trailing 67-65. Terrell Cunningham will get ready to go to the free throw line for a couple of throws here. And I tell you what, this Grambling Tiger basketball team, there is no quit in them, as they have really weathered the storm. On the floor for the Grambling Tigers, T. Mike, Terrell Cunningham, Kelton Edwards, Prince Moss, and Terrion Randolph. Free throw is no good. Well, you got to have the money. Needs this one to at least get it to within one. Three out of four, I believe, at the line for Terrell Cunningham. Good job by Texas Grambling stopping the ball. That foul is going to go. Oh, they call it against Grambling. You got to be kidding. Oh, man. They call it against Terrion Randolph. Unbelievable call. Nicholas will shoot. And that's 4 on Terrion Randolph. That's a tough call against Randolph. First free throw is no good. Ball don't lie. That's his second straight missed free throw, by the way, for Nicholas. After hitting 5 in a row, he's missed 2 now. 67-66. Grambling can't afford to give away money when they go to the free throw line now. And that's going to be a foul against Texas Southern. And that's going to go on Alexander, his 4th. So just to reset here, you've got Alexander with 4 for Texas Southern. You've got Weathers with 4 for Texas Southern. And you also have Walker the 3rd with 4 for Texas Southern. Free throw is good. And just if you're trying to identify the numbers on the court, 20, 24, and number 1 all have 4 fouls. Missed it. 1 or 2 at the line. T. Mike nearly had a turnover. 67 all, 2:50 remaining in the game. Oh, he overplayed it just a bit. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Hit the side of the backboard. Here comes Cunningham. That's going to be a goaltend. And Terrell Cunningham redeems himself. And on that goaltend, Weathers went up in the air and slapped it off the backboard. Good defense by Grambling. Weathers stepped on the line. And Grambling wants to keep up the intensity, and so Terrion Randolph was trying to get the ball out of Weathers' hands. And here comes T. Mike. Great defense by Prince Moss. Cunningham with the ball, 69-67. Grambling on top, 2:20 remaining in the game. And he goes up, and it's going to be a foul called on Withers. And Withers is furious. Withers is furious. And that is his 5th personal. Withers is furious because he thought it was all ball. Now this is where Cunningham has got to get throws. He has got to make this count. And now coming into the ball game is going to be Brigham replacing Withers, who I might add, he's had an important night tonight. And Cunningham gets the first free throw. This is where the money counts here. Javale Cunningham missed. He's a 67% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 at the line, 70-67. Grambling on top. 2:11 remaining in the ball game. And remember, that's one player out for Texas Southern. Shot up and good. And that shot is by Gillum, and he's having a heck of a ball game. He's in double figures. He's got 14 points, second on the team in scoring right now. Next to Hopkins, he's got 15. T-Mike 13 in the game. Shot up no good, and there's no foul call there. And Coach Jackson is upset. Got to make sure they cover the shooters. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call it on Prince Moss. Prince Moss with 4 now. Cameron Christian goes in. And I think they gave a warning to head coach Dante Jackson. Free throw is in. Boy, that danced around for a second. And Gillum, 15 now. Tied for the team lead. He gets one more. Cam Christian is now back in the ball game. 2 for 2. And we got a timeout on the floor. 71-70. Grambling now trailing by 1. 1:25 remaining in the game. We'll take this timeout as this one is going down to the wire. 85 seconds remaining. We'll be right back.
Hey, sports fans, it's Kirk Herbstreit. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer, wants to remind everyone to drink responsibly by having a plan to get home safely. It's simple. Always use a designated driver, and remember that 21 means 21.
This is bigger than numbers. It's about connecting donors with patients like me. And when everyone joins our fight against blood cancer, your race, my race, can experience what we all deserve. Life.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed and Creed today.
A minute remaining in the ball game, and while we were away, Travell Cunningham came down. He hit the shot to go up 72-71 for the Grambling State University Tigers. And now there's a timeout on the floor. Grambling now with one team timeout remaining. Texas Southern with 2 timeouts remaining here in the contest. Of course, the last, 2 or 3 minutes especially, it's been a little chippy between the officials and the coaches because they felt like that some calls were missed, some calls were made. Trent Davis, Marcus Hawkins, and Cedric Coleman are the officials in today's ball game. And, it's just been one of those games. It's been very up and down, very exciting. This call you may get, this call you may not get. But the bottom line is that one of the things that Coach Jackson said that I was reading what he was saying is, don't worry about the officials. Let me worry about the officiating. Let me do that fighting. You go ahead and make sure you play good defense on the other side. Because one thing you don't want to happen is if you can go ahead and you can get this stop here on defense, you've got control of the ball here with about 40 seconds remaining in the game. Texas Southern with the basketball. Gillum has the basketball. 20 left on the shot clock. Shot up and good. And it's going to be a timeout. And it looks like the officials are going to the scores table, trying to figure out what's going on. So the basket is good. I believe Nicholas will get the bucket. 41 seconds remaining in the game. So as I said, they were trying to make sure that play good defense. You're going to get the ball with about 40 seconds remaining. Now Texas Southern is up 1, so you got to make something happen on the other side. Cunningham with the basketball. He'll take the 3. No good. And Prince Moss, the rebound, gets to Kelton Edwards. Edwards off the glass. It's no good. And a foul coming up on Texas Southern. Hopkins with the foul. That's his 3rd. This is where it counts here. 1 to tie, 2 to win, 25 seconds. And truthfully, you need 2 here to force Texas Southern to score on the other side. You got to hit both free throws here. First free throw. Good. That ties the game up. This one here puts a little bit more pressure on Texas Southern. Oh, he missed it. Texas Southern can keep it for the last shot. They're not going to be forced to score as far as trying to get over a trailing. 11 seconds. Tie game. 8 seconds. Pick set. 4 seconds. Shot up. Good. And Texas Southern takes the lead. Count the bucket by Jordan Gilliam. And Gilliam now with 18 points. And there's a timeout on the floor. Grambling takes their final timeout with 2.6 remaining. Now they're going to come over to the replay screen to find out exactly how much time was remaining in the game. Now the clock says 2.6. The clock says 2.6 right now, and they're looking to see how much time is remaining in the game. And they go frame by frame here. And they're going to hold everybody up for a minute. And we'll see how much time is left here after they got done looking at the video. Nonetheless, Grambling will not have a lot of time, and they're going to defend the inbound. $2.9. Terrion Randolph will inbound. And it's stolen by Texas Southern. Is that a foul? The clock didn't start. I think that's what they were talking about. 8/10, 75-73, so we have to see what they're talking about. They're trying to figure it out here. They're trying to figure out if the ball was tipped, how much time was remaining. They're going to have to go over to the scores table again, or to the replay screen. And then there was the whistle blew, so was there a foul? Grambling's going to, Texas Southern will get the ball, I think. They're trying to figure out how much time went off the clock, I think is what they're trying to figure out. Johnny Jones talking to his players. Still don't quite know how much time went off the clock. It was not 2.8 seconds, I can tell you that. So 0.8 of a second is what should have gone off the clock with 2 seconds left. So now they're going to decide what happens next. It's going to be a tough call here. And our replay official here, Avia Knighton, is getting the video ready for the officials. Texas Southern will have the ball. We know that. And it'll be 2 seconds even left in the game. Grambling now has no timeouts. 1.5 remaining. And they said he wanted to travel. And Coach Jackson saying that's a travel because he moved with the basketball. 0.6 now remaining. And that'll do it. Wow, 75-73 final score. And man, I tell you what, the last few minutes of this game came down to a few calls here and there. 75-73 the final score. Tough game here for the Grambling State University Tigers as they lose to Texas Southern University 75-73. Well, we'll see it coming up a week from Monday when Jackson State comes to town for the women's basketball action. Grambling loses a tough one 75-73. Hey, we want to thank everybody for watching. We want to thank our Grambling Sports Television Network crew. We'll see you coming up in about another week. Remember, no basketball here Monday night because of COVID restrictions with Prairie View A&M University, and no volleyball tomorrow night because of the weather. Be safe out there, everybody. Wear your mask, stay socially distant, and be careful out on the road.